Hey guys, Brock here. I am just returning from the gym and I thought that I should record a vlog to talk about some stuff. And you can see I am holding this gigantic microphone because I have not been satisfied with the audio quality in my previous videos, so I thought maybe try something different. But I don't own a proper mic stand, and the mic stand that I did have this thing on is not hand holding friendly because this microphone is not made to be handheld. But we're going to see how it does. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, after that setup, I know you are ready to get going. So let's just jump right into it. Today, okay, let's not jump right into it. Let's back it up a little bit. I have a couple of trips planned for this year, and while looking into the details of what exactly I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be going to Europe for business and for personal vacation. So while I'm over there, I figured I'd take the opportunity to obviously get some nice photography, but I also want to get into videography, which is sort of why I started this channel, because I want to try some new things. And so part of that, a couple of months ago, I looked into 360 cameras, and I previously already had, do I have it available? I got it somewhere. I previously already had the Samsung Gear 360 camera, and I used that a few years ago during the great total solar eclipse of the United States. And that was fun. I've got the video on this channel. Actually, you can go back and check it out. The quality wasn't that great because it only recorded in 4K, and 4K isn't quite enough when you're taking the footage and wrapping it around 360 degrees. You're really only looking at a small section at a time, so if you don't have enough pixels to make the section that you're looking at the equivalent to 720p, then you can really notice that the quality isn't as nice as what we are used to these days. So a couple of months ago, like I said, there was a deal on the GoPro Fusion, and I did some research and ended up going with the GoPro Fusion over some other alternatives. The biggest reason being that it has the best stitch quality. Now, the caveat to the stitch quality is that it doesn't do any stitching in camera. It's all done in post. Now, that's fine for me because I am a post-production type guy. I don't use my phone for much of anything. I don't want to, be on location and wait for my phone to stitch, some footage and then try to upload it right then. Everything's going to be done after the fact anyway. So I did pick up this guy. It comes with this nice little selfie stick / tripod stand, and if I had another hand I would extend it, but I'm holding this weird microphone, so I didn't think that one out. But anyway, let me take the case off of it. This is the GoPro Fusion, and I've used it a couple of times. We have a music festival in my hometown every year, so I took the opportunity to kind of walk around to test it. You can see that footage on this monitor behind me. I'll upload that to the channel as well, but it works pretty well. I think the quality's much better than like I said, the kind of outdated Samsung Gear 360 that I had. And so I think this is going to serve me well when I'm on my trip. And of course, I've also got my Nikon Z7, which I'm recording this with right now. And so those are going to be my two big cameras. Primarily going to be taking stills with my Z7. It also shoots 4K footage, so I may record some stuff that way. This is a nice, if I'm walking through town and I want to capture the experience, I just take it out, press a button, and it'll record full 360 video. I probably won't be doing any 360 stills with it, but it'll be nice for me to go back and put in a VR headset and be back in Europe. But anyway, this, even though it will be nice, is not something that is easy to just turn on and forget about. I will have to be holding it the whole time. And so the reason for that is it's capturing 360 degrees. So even though it's got a GoPro mount, I can't just like strap it to my body, because then it's going to be recording me for half of the camera. And that's going to be kind of boring, but also it's going to mess with the stitching. So for it to properly stitch, you need to keep it about 2 feet or more away from you. And so this extends. Let me see if I can make it extend. Yeah. So this extends so that you can put it away from yourself. And in my testing, it works great. As long as you keep it an arm's length away, the stitching looks great and the pole basically disappears. But like I said, because of that, I have to always be aware of this. I have to be holding it the whole time. I can't just strap it to myself and then do something else. And so if I'm using this, most likely I'm not able to use my Nikon camera because at least one of my hands is occupied with this camera. So what I've been considering is getting a GoPro, just a normal GoPro, to strap to like a backpack strap or something, so that I can just turn it on, forget about it, go about my business shooting with my Nikon, and then I'll capture some footage. Now it won't be 3D obviously, but some nice 4K footage just for memories, or maybe I'll put some on the channel, whatever. So this GoPro Fusion is the first GoPro I've ever owned. So I don't have a bunch of GoPro accessories, but I did get, when I got this, a $15 GoPro accessory pack that's got like a tripod mount and some other various things like that. But all of their other accessories are super expensive, and I guess that's how they stay in business. Although they haven't been doing that great the last few years. And after the sale on this Fusion, they've continued to have more and more sales on it. So that makes me wonder if they're either going to announce another one, which everything I'm reading doesn't seem likely, or they may discontinue this, which would suck since I just got it, and the quality is great. So anyway, I've been looking at GoPro cameras, and Target, at least for the last week or so, has had a special where you can get the GoPro Hero 7 Black for $350. So it's $50 off the normal price. And so I've been looking at that and wondering, okay, why is it discounted? What's the thing? Is it just some random promotion? Or are they going to announce another one? So I look back historically, they don't announce new cameras until the fall, so usually around September. But then today, I was on Petapixel and I saw that DJI had announced a competitor to the GoPro cameras. And so that's what this is here, is the announcement for the DJI something action. What is it? The DJI, I can't even think right now. Does it show on here? I'm spacing out. Like I said, I just got back from the gym and I'm kind of tired, but DJI Osmo, I remembered it. So DJI Osmo Action. It is a GoPro ripoff, but it does have some advantages. That it's got a front screen on it, full color front screen, which, I don't do a lot of things that would require that. But right now I'm recording on my Z7 and I don't have an external monitor, so I can't see if I'm in frame. I'm assuming I am, and I've got it set to autofocus, so I'm hoping that it's going to focus on my face. And tomorrow they're supposed to release the IAF for the Z7, rumored. So that'll be great. But like I said, for a situation like this, having a front camera would be nice. And I think that's exactly what they're targeting, is people who might be doing vlogs or things like that. But anyway, it is $350 out the gate, so it's the same price as the discounted GoPro Hero 7, and it seems to have basically very similar specs, but the battery lasts longer and it shoots 4K 60, which I think the GoPro may also shoot 4K 60. But I very quickly saw a comparison of the stabilization, and the rock steady stabilization seems to be much better than the GoPro stabilization. I need to dig a little bit more into that, but it's looking like a great deal. So I'm thinking about getting that one. Now, this is a situation I often find myself in where I don't really need the camera. Like I said, I've already going to have this one. I'm going to have that one. Do I really need to document that much of my life? Probably not. Do I want to? Yes, absolutely. You're talking to somebody who bought the Litro camera and the L16 light camera. I don't ever use them, but they're cool to have. So I think this would actually at least have some use, because I do know for a fact that I've got 2 trips coming up that I would be using it on. So yeah, so I'm looking into that. But anyway, I just wanted to put it out there and sort of ask a question. What do you guys think about the new DJI camera versus GoPro? Should I stick with GoPro, or should I go to DJI? Because DJI is doing great things with their drones. Their DJI Osmo stabilized camera is getting great reviews. Now, there were some also some caveats to that. People were disappointed by a few things, but for the most part, like, the footage looks great. So they're doing really great things with their cameras, and it seems like GoPro has been struggling just over the last couple of years. You know, they came out with their DJI drone competitor, or so it was GoPro's competitor to DJI's drone, and that didn't go anywhere. You know, at first they were just falling out of the sky. They were losing signal, and they ended up discontinuing it after like 2 years, and just decided that they weren't going to go down that path. So should I stick with GoPro, or should I go with DJI? Like I said, this is the only GoPro camera I own, so I don't have a ton of accessories for it. And even so, I believe the new DJI camera has a GoPro compatible mount, so that may not even be a factor at all. So I'm not sure. Or maybe I shouldn't get it at all. Maybe I should save that money and, I don't know, do another excursion or something when I'm on my trip. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let me know what you think about these vlogs where I don't script anything. I just talk off the top of my head. And let me know what you think about me holding a potato that I just pointed away from my mouth, so the volume probably went away. Let me know about all kinds of things. Ask me questions. Tell me what you want out of life. Yeah, that's all I have. So, talk to you later. Bye.